picture, alone under the heavens crackling with godly fire, one little girl, scarcely more than child, a girl. A voice thunders from the cosmos. You will bear the Son of God. And in that heartbeat, the universe tilts on its axis. This is no fairy tale. This is Saint Mary, the Virgin Mother, a name that blazes through history like a comet, stunning spines and infusing souls with flame. You know the whispers, the lowly maiden who stared down angels, emperors, and fate itself with a courage that could fracture mountains. But who was she really? Was she simply a mute observer, or did this woman do the impossible and triumph? Hold on tight, because we are diving into a story so crazy, so world-altering, it'll leave you dumbfounded. To a dusty corner of the Roman Empire, around 15 BC, in a nowhere town called Nazareth. Mary was not born to palaces or power. She screamed her way into a world of dirt floors and donkey carts, a Jewish girl from Galilee with nothing in her veins but faith. Her parents, Joachim and Anne, were godly but poor, raising her on tales of prophets and promises. She's not someone who's coming at you with a spear. She's not a soldier decked out in armor. But don't let that fool you. This gal's got a spine of steel and a heart that beats with something that refuses to be stopped. By her teenage years, she is betrothed to Joseph, a carpenter with calloused hands and a gentle spirit. Life is simple, predictable, until one night everything explodes. An angel, Gabriel, wings aglow, eyes like lightning, ruptures her world. You're chosen, he thunders. You'll carry God's son. Most would have crumpled, shaking, pleading for a way out. Mary? She raises her chin and says, so be it. That's not submission. That's defiance against the universe, an arm upraised against destiny itself. And then it happens. She's pregnant, no husband yet, in a town where gossip hardens into stones. She's a scandal, a target, her belly stirring with a miracle that nobody believes. Joseph's all set to walk, but an angel knocks some sense into him, and he stands by her. They're outcasts now, making their way to Bethlehem for a Roman census, her body aching, the baby kicking. Imagine it. She's riding a donkey, dust thickening her lungs when labor comes. No palace, no midwife, just a cave, straw, and the stink of animals. She bursts through the agony, the blood and sweat, and there he is, Jesus, the King of Kings, crying in her arms while stars explode above. Shepherds crash in, shouting about angels. Wise men scatter gold at her feet. This isn't your sweet nativity scene. This is raw, chaotic, a woman defying nature and power in one single devastating instant. But the storm has only just begun. King Herod, a paranoid tyrant, learns of the new king and freaks out. He dispatches soldiers, swords flashing, babies screaming, to slaughter all boys under 2. Mary clutches Jesus and flees with Joseph to Egypt, sand stinging her face and the death snapping at their heels. She is not some damsel. She is a fugitive, bearing God incarnate through deserts into danger. They hide, they survive, and when Herod's worm food, they creep back to Nazareth. She nurtures Jesus, teaching, observing his growth, knowing he's more than her son, and feeling the burden of a prophecy that she cannot evade. Every giggle, every scraped knee, she's savoring it, because deep inside she feels the knife that's approaching. Fast forward, Jesus is 33, preaching, healing, rocking the world. Mary is right there in the shadows, dark eyes staring as crowds cheer, then jeer. And then comes the blow. Judas, betrayal, soldiers, capture, the cross, looming. She doesn't run. She stands at Golgotha, blood lapping at her feet as nails tear through her son's hands. The sky splits, thunder rumbles, and Jesus gasps, "Mother, behold your son," to John beside her. And she's not just a witness, she's a rock, shouldering heaven's grief while the world is swallowed in darkness. He dies and her heart breaks, but she doesn't break. 3 days then, the tomb's empty, Jesus rises, Mary's faith bursts into triumph. She's not a mother of a man. She's the mother of a miracle that redeems eternity. The Bible is full of her. Luke 1 calls her blessed among women. Gabriel greets her as full of grace. She's not waving swords, but her yes to God brings empires down. They saw it, early Christians. They called her Theotokos, God-bearer, a name so large it started wars. Her story goes viral. Devotees flock to her shrines. Miracles speak her name. By the Middle Ages, she's the Queen of Heaven, with a crown of stars painted around her head, a dragon under her heel from Revelation 12. She's not only the daughter of Israel, she's the mother of the world, appearing in visions from Guadalupe to Lourdes, her voice beckoning, do whatever he tells you. And Rome, they couldn't stop her. Meanwhile, emperors like Nero and Diocletian boiled Christians alive. But Mary's legacy merely laughed in their faces. Churches arose, a Notre Dame, a Hagia Sophia, her name chiseled in stone. England kneels before her, Spain prays to her, Mexico paints her on their walls. August 15th arrives, Assumption Day, and the world explodes, rejoicing that her body and soul ascends to heaven. Was she merely a girl from Nazareth? No way. A kings-defying rebel, a salvation-cradling mother, a saints-defying Imagineer who stared down the impossible and won. So what's the story behind the halo? Was she a delicate figure or a mustard seed warrior? Maybe both. Maybe she's every mother who's fought for her child, every soul who said yes when the world said no. Her babies cried in a manger, her tears fell on a cross, but her spirit? She is still roaring through time, crown of fire, dragon dead beneath her feet. That's Saint Mary, virgin, mother, the woman who rocked the heavens and snatched the world's heart. What do you think? Could you stand up to an angel or a cross for what you believe? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that fucking thumbs up if this blew your mind, and subscribe for more stories that'll have you hanging on the edge.